In 2003, the Bentley Speed 8 racing car didn't just win, but dominated at the Le Mans 24 Hours, finishing first and second several laps ahead of any other competitor. And for one rather magical day just recently, Bentley let me have a little go in it around a sun-baked Anglesey racetrack.
Wow, this is a seriously privileged event. I'm a little bit petrified, to be honest. This is the Bentley Speed 8 that won Le Mans in 2003, and they've just shut the doors on me, and there's an incredible feeling of claustrophobia. It's quite intimidating actually, and the windscreen is just this little letterbox view. However, let's give it a whirl. Let's press the start button. Nearly stalled it, but not quite.
So although Bentley still maintains the Speed 8 as a working museum piece, it continues to do the rounds at various shows, for example, such as the Cholmondeley Pageant of Power and the Goodwood Festival of Speed. The car itself is priceless, so they did ask me if I would be very, very careful with it.
Steering is really, really precise and direct. I don't know if you can hear what I'm saying here, because it is incredibly noisy in here. The brakes aren't up to temperature yet. I don't think anything is really up to temperature yet. Engine response is awesome. For a turbocharged 4-litre V8, it feels like a 7-litre non-turbocharged V8. It's just instant, massive go the moment you touch the accelerator.
It's amazing how the circuit suddenly seems to shrink and the straights just become non-existent when you've got 615 bhp under your right foot in a car that weighs just 900 kilograms and which is geared to hit 97 in first.
Wow, it doesn't like those slow corners at all. It hates them. It's always the same in these things. The brakes are just unbelievable.
It looks like I'm going pathetically slowly here, but I can tell you that is not how it felt at the time.
Bloody hell, it's quick in a straight line, this thing. It's quicker than I thought it was going to be.
To be honest, the tyres on this particular car were, shall we say, quite a long way past their best, and the boys at Bentley had asked me not to go berserk with their priceless racing car. But even so, I was still gobsmacked by how fast it felt in a straight line, and at how much poke there was low down in the rev range.
I'm not really going fast enough. To dip into the aero at all. Slow down a bit now. Try and describe exactly what's going on. It's just always the same with these things. The responses from everything, the brake pedal, the throttle pedal, the steering, everything is just so responsive. It just feels like it's your mind that ends up being connected to various bits of the car, and that's how you get it round the track properly. And I guess when the pros really get in the groove of these things, they must be absolutely lovely to drive, because the steering's not too heavy. It's really easy. The gear change is dead easy. The brake pressure, okay, it's a nice firm hard pedal, but you don't have to stand on it like a madman to get it to stop properly. And it is ultimately really, really quick in a straight line. Much quicker than I was expecting it to be, actually.
And once I'd finished with the Speed 8, Britain's very own Le Mans winner, Guy Smith himself, was on hand just to see how I'd got on.
So how was it? It looked fun.
Did it, really?
Yeah, it looked like you were having a good time.
I was having a very good time, yeah. I'm amazed by all sorts of things. The response from the engine is monster, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's properly fast.
It's got great torque, hasn't it? Really great torque.
What does it rev to? What's the max revs? I wasn't even looking.
I mean, it probably pulls sort of about 7, 8, close to 8,000 RPM. But I mean, literally the torque, it's sort of 2, 3, 4,000 RPM. It just keeps pulling. You can imagine the Mulsanne straight when you're in 6th gear. I mean, it just keeps pulling. It's fantastic.
It keeps. You don't kind of get to a point where it's run out of puff, do you?
Not at all.
I mean, here it just feels as if it's just permanently on the leash.
It's just wanting to go.
Waiting to go, and you can't really let it go because you just fall straight off. But
I think the big strength of it is its drivability as well. I mean, you really feel that when you come off the corner,
yeah.
You can apply the power nice and smoothly, and it's just very linear power, and it's very smooth, and yeah, it's a real joy to drive.
It is. I love the gear change, the steering, lovely brake feel actually.
Yes.
I know you were saying in your terms they're a bit spongy, but to me it feels just
feels strong. And how do you find the cockpit?
Yeah, nowhere near as kind of claustrophobic as I thought. I think it's as soon as you climb in, it feels claustrophobic, but as soon as you get going, everything just kind of opens up because you see enough of what you need to see, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, you feel very much at one. Once you're looking through the screen there, you're off and away, aren't you? So that's fantastic. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
I am very jealous.
Thank you.
Indeed.